Yeah, welcome to today's class. Today we are actually starting a new series, and that is what? Pointers. So pointers in C. Now, to whom much is given, much is expected, right? Guard your heart, for it is the wellspring of life. Pointer can actually be considered as the soul of C. So for that, it means it is the most important features in C, and at the same time, the most dangerous. If you don't know how to use it, it can make your program to become very vulnerable, right? So you have to be very careful. So what is a pointer? A pointer is a variable that stores the memory address of another variable. It doesn't hold the actual value. It points to the memory address of that actual value, right? So why do we need pointers in C? One, direct memory access, right? Two, um, it allows you to manipulate array and structures. You are still going to do structures manipulation. But you saw me use it in arrays, and you can see how we pass arrays by reference. And then three, passing argument. You can use pointers to pass argument to functions. So this allows you to control a scope from another scope. Then four, um, dynamic memory allocation. We are still going to look at this, right? So these are some of the important things you can do with pointers. So that's what I'm going to show you, right, in the course of this lecture. All right. So let's show you how to declare a pointer. Now, if I say int a, this is me declaring a variable. So this is a variable name. Variable name, and this is what? Data type. You are familiar with this already. So this is me declaring a variable. Now, if I want to assign a value to this variable, all I need to do is just simply say a assign 10, right? So I assign 10 to this variable. Now, what would the compiler do? It will go to the memory. So this is the memory. Now, this is a. Now, it will assign 10 to a. But this a has an address. So let's assume the address is what? 100, right? But usually it's hexadecimal. Now, I am going to declare a pointer. So the pointer will hold this address. So this is address. So if I'm going to declare a pointer, this, just like this, I can say int asterisk a. So this one is what? Pointer. Now what makes this a different from this a? This guy. So this guy is called the reference operator. The reference operator. Right? So this is what tells me that this a is a pointer, pointing to a variable, to an integer variable. So this data type is not the data type for this pointer. What it's simply saying is that this pointer is pointing to a variable that is an integer. So this pointer is pointing to what? To this guy. Now, because I want this to point to this, I'm going to change the name to what? PTR. Right? So this is the pointer. So I'm pointing it to this guy. Now, what will happen is it will hold. So this is me. I've declared the pointer, right? I've not assigned value to it yet. So this is the pointer. PTR, right? Now, I want this pointer to point to this. So I will simply say, I will do this. I will declare and initialize int PTR. Then I will assign address of A. So this is me. I declare my pointer and I assign the value to it. So this pointer now is pointing to the address of A. So what will be the value of this pointer, which is this PTR? 100. But A is holding the value 10, while PTR is holding the value 100, which is what? The address of A. Right? Now, let me explain this to you this way. You have a child, that is parent-child relationship. If you see your child display certain characters that you are not comfortable with, what do? Instead of shouting, screaming at that child, or spanking that child, all you simply need to do is access the memory where that child got that character from, and alter it. Train up a child in the way he should go, that when he grows, he will not depart from it. That is what it's actually talking about. But the question is, do you know the way? Do you know the way? Meaning, if if I write a program like this, if I say int child and I assign 10 to it, right? So it means this becomes child and is having 10. Then I say int pointer parent. This will point to the address of child, right? Now, I don't want the child to hold, if I want to print out this value of child, I want it to print out 20, meaning another character. So what am I going to do? All I simply need to do is access this using asterisk parent and assign 20 to it. By doing this, I have altered this value to 20. Now, when the child accesses this again, what is going to print out on the screen will be what? 20. Meaning the character that child will display will be what? 20. Using a pointer. So that is why pointer is very, very powerful. Right? So pointer is very, very powerful. Purpose and action. What is in between heaven and earth is what? Man. So let your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. The only way that can be possible is through what? Man. Man is the pointer that helps to activate, to actualize faith into what? Action. So that is it. A pointer is a variable that stores the address of another variable. So, and through that pointer, you can manipulate the value that is in that location. So that is what I want to show you as an intro to pointer, right? So assuming I want to write this program properly, all I need to do is this. I'll just do this. Hash include stdio for the sake of my printf function dot h. Then I'll say int main, right? Function. Then I'll come here and I'll say int child. That is the variable name. Assign 10, right? I'll say int asterisk parent. Assign address of child, right? To it. Then, now, if I say printf behavior, right, equals percentage d slash n, and then I'll supply child to it, right? I can do this. Then I say asterisk parent, and I say 20, right? Then I say printf behavior percentage d slash n child, right? And then here I say print f value of, or I say address of child. This one will be percentage p slash n. So that will give me what? Parent, right? And then if I say print f value of value pointed to value pointed to by parents, right? Percentage d slash n, comma, you might not see that, so I'll just write parent. Now, what would this give me? This one, right, will print out, this one will print out 10, right? This one will print out 10. Then I change the value using parent to change it. Then I print it out again. This one will print out 20. This one will print out, so if the address, if child initially was stored 10, address is 100. Now, this one, this format specifier P is telling the printf that I'm going to give you a value. Print it out in the normal process, which is what? Hexadecimal. So this parent is going to print out this 100 in hexadecimal format, which is 0x, then whatever it is. That is what we'll print out. While this one will access the value that is stored in the child. But at this point, it has changed. So this one will print out 20. Right? So that is the power of what? Pointer. And that is just the introduction I want to give you in this class. So in the next class, we will continue further explanation on pointers. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe if you have not done so. So to see you in the next class. Bye-bye.